Hi, this is Emily Hurst, and I am providing us today with a screencast on Google Advanced Search. Today we'll look at the advanced search features and how those can help us narrow down and better our results using Google. To begin, I have taken us start out here on the Google main page, which is just google.com. To get to the advanced search screen, you'll want to go up to the right-hand corner where you'll see a little icon that looks like a gear. This is for options. If you click on that, you're able to now click on the link for advanced search. This will take us to the Google Advanced Search page. And the way Google has laid out their advanced search, it works very much like a form where you have some prompts or hedges, and then you can enter the search information that you're looking for to construct your search. Today we're going to be looking at doing an advanced search, looking for information on children with type 1 diabetes. So let's go ahead and begin our search. We want to make sure that our search includes all of these words, and diabetes is going to be the main word that we want it to include. We also mentioned that we were looking for type 1 diabetes in particular. Moving down to the next free area, you'll see that this is for looking for an exact wording or phrase. So since type 1 is technically a phrase, we're going to add it to this area. And as you can see, Google will put it into our advanced search using the quotation marks, which bind those terms together as a phrase. Going one step further, remember we were looking for information about children, or in this case, we might be trying to broaden our search. We do want to make sure it mentions children, could mention kids, it may mention juvenile. And once we have those terms entered, you can see that they are added to our search as using with the or operator combining them. The important thing to remember in diabetes research for us today is that we're not looking for information on type 2 diabetes, which is the later onset diabetes and often linked to obesity. So let's go ahead and make sure that our pages don't have that information. Again, we're going to treat it like type 1. We're going to put it in quotation marks, but we're going to make sure that it's together with type 2. So you can see that Google has constructed a search for us and showing us our strategy. We're looking for diabetes, type 1, sites with the words children, kids, or juvenile. And we do not want it to include the term type 2, which has been included in our search with a minus sign in front of it, which means that it will be left out of the results. So let's go ahead and click on Advanced Search to get our results. And here we can see our first results have come back. We have our first link is actually from Wikipedia, and then we can see information from the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, what is type 1 diabetes, the American Diabetes Association is also added. We also see some information from about.com. And just scrolling through, all of these really do seem to meet our needs. They are adhering to the advanced search options that we had provided. Let's go ahead and go back and play with that search just a little bit more, tweak it. The first thing you'll notice under Need More Tools is you have an option for reading level. You can, it's a defaults to no reading level displayed, but perhaps we wanted to annotate our results with reading levels. This is a relatively new feature that's been added to the Google Advanced Search and to Google Search. When I run the Advanced Search now, you will actually get a chart that shows you the reading levels for most of the results that have returned. And you can either click on those and be directed directly to all those that match basic, for instance. These are the only ones that match basic. Or if we just go back to reading level, you'll notice that under each of the links, the title, the URL, and you get an option that says the reading level for that link before you go to it, which is a nice feature to have. You can also preview any page just by clicking on the arrow to the right, so we can see what it looks like before we were to go to that page. Let's go ahead and go back, playing with a few more of those tools in our advanced search. And what I want to make sure we show is that there are language options as well. You can change your search and see if results come back in languages such as German. Just do that search and see what happens. Here we have results that match our terms, our search terms, but are now in the language German. So it does really change what we're looking at, and let's go ahead and take that off because I want to make sure we're getting as many results as we possibly can. Because I wanted to make sure I show us our next option here, which is for file type. File type will allow us to look at results that match any of the files listed. For instance, if we were looking for only PDFs that match our result, we could click on Adobe Acrobat PDF as our limiting option and advanced search. And you can see that all the results that come back are all PDFs. So by clicking on any of the PDF options, we will be directed to a new page, which is the PDF. You can see how Google has handled that. It's added a file type PDF to our search. Let's go ahead and go back to our search one more time. I want to make sure that I demonstrate you can search within certain sites or domains. I'm going to take the file type off, so we're back to any type of format. But one of the best sites for information on diabetes comes from the American Diabetes Association. Their URL is diabetes.org. You can see that by adding that to our search again at the top changes so that we're only searching across the site diabetes.org, but we're using the same search options terms that we had used previously. So let's do the advanced search and see what kind of results we get back. And again, this does adhere to our search, but all of the results now will be from diabetes.org. Forecastdiabetes.org. Again, this is their a journal or magazine that they produce. So this one's from communitydiabetes.org. It allows us to do a more thorough search on a specific site. Let's say, however, we weren't interested in searching across a specific site, but we did want to search maybe for only information from an educational institution. We can use domains like .edu to add those to our search so that we can, again, narrow our results for only those search options that are coming from academic institutions. So here we can see we have included the same search terms, but now our search has been altered so that we're only getting .edu sites. And again, at the top you can see how Google has transformed the search to include it for a certain site or domain. Let's go ahead and take that off. Make sure we're having the broadest amount of results. I want to show what's buried here underneath the little plus sign. There are actually some very handy tools, and these include the date options. You can search by how recent a page is. If you only want to find information that was updated or created in the last 24 hours, week, month, or year, you can put these restrictions on your search from the advanced search page. Additionally, you have options about usage rights. If you were looking for information to be reproduced or to use again for educational purposes, you may want to check usage rights to make sure that the information is free to share or free to use with others. And this information can be searched here in advanced search. This is a great way to help you find information that will be able for you to be used in many different ways. You do have options for where the keywords show up, regions, again very much like domains or languages, you can search by information coming out of certain regions. And if you were doing a search for a product, you could look for prices here in numeric range. The final part of the advanced search page that I want to show is actually a little further down, and it has to do with these page-specific tools. These options are not necessarily related to the search that we had previously typed, but they allow us to look at similar information or find information that's linking to a certain page. So for instance, there's a page that I like from the American Diabetes Association, diabetes.org. It has to do with air travel and diabetes. It's a nice overview of what to expect and some of the concerns about traveling with this disease. I'm going to use this URL just by copying a URL. You can paste that URL to find information or find pages that are actually similar to this page. So if you're looking for the next best site or additional information that might be similar, this is a way that you can do that. Using that search, we are now seeing that I'm getting results from the TSA, the National Diabetes Information Clearinghouse, but all of this information seems to be somewhat related to or similar to the page that I initially liked. So it's a great way to find some more resources that may be similar to something that you already liked. And the final option here at the bottom is to find pages that link to the page. This is a way to look back and see how many URLs or how many other pages are directing to a specific URL. So for instance, diabetes.org. We can find out about how many other pages link to diabetes.org using this option. To click search, we can see that over 3,000 other pages link to diabetes.org. So from the National Alliance for Nutrition and Activity, they probably have a link right there on their homepage that takes you to diabetes.org. The same for many of these other sites. All of these sites would have links to diabetes.org provided on their main page. I'm going to go ahead and go back one more time, and I want to point out one more important feature that's on this page for you. Here at the top, you have an option for advanced search tips. And this is a good way to find resources related to advanced search, some of the tips and tricks that we have already seen, and what exactly Google's doing with those hedges and how to use them better can be found under this URL. And this URL is also provided in the class information in the Super Searcher class under this module. So that concludes this round for advanced search. Please check out some of the other advanced search via screencasts. I have some provided for Yahoo and Bing that may also help you use some of their advanced search features. Thank you.